like it's ringing. We're flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in.
Tactical nuke incoming!
How's it going, everybody? This is Novakast back with another video, and I really don't want to talk about drama, especially with it being outside of the podcast, but this came up and I actually wanted to give my thoughts, and if anything, we'll probably do a more of a extensive discussion about this particular individual, because, oh boy. Now, I think I've probably, at this point, especially with this individual, we might as well just kind of start the video by saying this. Even though we've said it time and time again, above and beyond, we do not approve of harassment in Novakast. We do not approve of people going out and harassing other individuals, as well as committing to bully-like tactics to try to get your way. We do not approve of that. Myself and the crew of Novakast do not approve of those particular tactics. Just so people know. And I'm saying this because, oh boy, this is this is going to be interesting. And by the way, I can't use insults, or I can't. I guess if anything, I have to be professional in this, because we have to deal with certain people who, let's face it, people like Onision, Alinity, and a variety of other content creators who can't take criticism, especially when that criticism is very, very warranted. In this particular video, we are talking about PlayMateTessi, the self-proclaimed racist, the individual who, again, as I've mentioned in previous videos as well as our podcast, has made fun of a cancer patient. Again, whether or not the person was actually, had cancer, still was, really messed up. And now it is coming up that this person is apparently also, again, an animal abuser. Oh, and let's not forget the fact that this person has also claimed that apparently people who have autism should be sent to concentration camps.
What? What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, surprise, surprise, with all the things that she said and done, and YouTube claiming that they're all for, being advertiser friendly, as well as, taking charge when it comes to people committing, or at least to an extent, disobeying the terms of service. They have done jack in dealing with PlayMateTessi's actions when it comes to what she says and does. Real hypocritical. And by the way, speaking of hypocritical, we actually have a situation where another YouTuber by the name of Dr. Demonic was recently apparently striked. Why do you think? Because he had the gall, the audacity, to criticize PlayMateTessi. Oh wait, no, sorry. In somebody like PlayMateTessi, who clearly doesn't understand the world, or at least doesn't understand, anything for that matter. Like anybody who can't handle criticism, criticism equals bullying and harassment. I'm using quotes, by the way, in case people don't get it. So, claiming that Dr. Demonic's video was an act of harassment, she got his video taken down. Now, recently, he has tried to appeal the strike, but apparently it hasn't helped in any way. And I gotta ask, because this has been a reoccurring situation when it comes to a lot of people. We've had a variety of different content creators who do very, very heinous things. Not just to, individuals, but also to the community itself. How is it that when it comes to the things they say or do, that they get a free pass? But when somebody like myself or a variety of other content creators decide to, call out these individuals like PlayMateTessi for being abhorrent or just despicable people, we're claimed as harassing or bullying the individual. I'm sorry, but that's not how that works. Sure, and by the way, I've been trying very hard not to insult because apparently that's where they're getting you. But let's be fair, especially since now you can't like, out of like banter, insult somebody. I don't get that. I really don't. But off topic. Let's just focus on this. Why is it that these people can get away with this? And I think the obvious answer is the fact that, hey, they're getting views. So fucking what? By the way, that's the first curse word for this video. But honestly, so what? Why is it that these individuals who are more likely 10 to 100 times, no, 1,000 times worse than myself, who do very crude, obnoxious, and just disrespectful things to not just, a group of people, but to a variety of different people when it comes to, either their race, their gender, or just, any, like, mental instability or what they deal with, physically or mentally. How is it that they get a free pass when it comes down to this, but myself or many others who criticize them, we get a strike? Or we have to worry about our videos being striked or taken down because, oh my god, we made the cruelest of crimes of criticizing somebody. Forgive me for my second swear word in this video, but that is a load of bullshit. And I'm speaking to YouTube at this point, because I want to make this quick, because I want to play video games. And I don't want to spend too much time on this, but if you have a certain set of rules, doesn't that mean, especially when people have given you evidence of other people's, wrongdoings, shouldn't there be a level playing field of doing the right thing? And I always hated this, especially when it comes to YouTube, that we always see, people, or at least YouTube itself, playing favorites with certain individuals. People like Logan Paul or Jake Paul, freaking Onision for 11 fucking years, for the entire time not doing just a thing about him. At some point, especially with Daddy05, who for a good bit had no repercussions for what they were doing. In fact, if anything, they were applauded for their actions towards their child. Which, goes to show the people, actually watching Daddy05. But, I guess, long story short, because again, I don't want to make this video too long, and I have better things to do, is if we're going to have a certain set of rules, then everybody should be, treated equally, or at least have to deal with these rules equally. If certain actions like abuse to an animal, racism, as well as abhorrent and disturbing comments towards people of autism is said by Alinity, or not Alinity, but PlayMateTessi, and in sense that would be against the terms of service and whatever code of conduct that we have, then wouldn't that mean that that person should be reprimanded, or if anything, in trouble for those situations? I don't know. I mean, I'm an honest guy, or at least I try to be, and when it comes down to, the rules itself, I try my best to follow the rules. I'm not perfect, but at the same time, it's like, look, if you're doing something shitty, then you're going to get called out for it. Or if anything, you're going to get in trouble for it. That should be the same for every freaking YouTuber that uses this platform. And I'm saying this in general. If I do something wrong, I should be held accountable. If PlayMateTessi does something wrong, she should be held accountable. If people like Repsion, Blair White, help freaking, Keemstar, of all people. I know that's probably the worst example, but you get the point. Hopefully you do. If we do something wrong, especially when it comes down to harassing others, then, my God, we need to be held to the same standards that that the rules are set for the platform. And one last note, because I don't want to, again, as much as I keep saying that I want to make this quick, one last word, because this is ridiculous. And I get so frustrated when I see this done to other content creators, which to some extent I have a feeling it won't happen to me because, it's a small channel. But I'm going to be perfectly honest here, and again, this is more towards YouTube. Criticism does not equal harassment. Sure, I'm going to say this. Sure, there's a couple times where, people, just, being a dick will use, a way to use satire for these individuals. I get it. But really, should that, have them, should that cause them to have their content, taken off the platform and have a strike on their channel? Especially since the freaking majority of the video, of what they say or do in the video, is criticizing horrible people or somebody's horrible actions. I honestly think no. But then again, what do I know, right? I'm just a guy, behind a microphone, giving his own opinion about what's going on. And again, criticism does not equal bullying or harassment. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who won't understand that. But whatever. Alright, I think I've ranted quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care. Peace.